FirstCoast.tv, and this is a fundraiser for the St. Augustine Youth Orchestra.
That's right.
And your name is?
I'm Steve Marr,
Okay.
and I'm the artistic director and the conductor for the St. Augustine Youth Orchestra.
Okay.
Been in place since the 1st of November. Just retired this last fall, and I was teaching music in a junior college in Michigan. Excuse me, Illinois, not Michigan.
Okay.
And came down here ostensibly to begin our full-time RVing experience, and was recruited by the board of directors and asked if I would consider taking on the job as artistic director for the youth orchestra.
And what do you hope to accomplish, or your goals with all these? They're
Well,
so young and so new at it, you know.
Sure. Well, you know, the first immediate need, right, is to reach young students who are just beginning their instruments, whether that's strings or winds. By winds I mean woodwinds or brass winds, or even percussion. You need all those instruments to have an orchestra.
Right.
But in particular in St. Augustine, we don't have a program within the school system for string players to have the ensemble experience.
Right.
Yes, there's wonderful band programs, and of course that takes care of your wind players and your percussions, but if you want to learn violin, viola, cello,
Right.
double bass, there's nothing.
Right.
So, as we heard earlier tonight with ProArte, there are young adults now, older high school students, right,
Right.
who have matriculated through private lessons and now play with the adult symphony or play with the Jacksonville
Yes.
Youth Symphony.
They were amazing.
But here in St. Augustine, we don't have a beginning or intermediate ensemble, particularly for these string players.
So St. Augustine Youth Orchestra hopes to fill in that vacuum.
That's right. We want to provide a musical experience, right, for beginning, intermediate, and ultimately to grow our youth orchestra into a multi-tiered or multi-level organization similar to what we see in either Palm Coast or Jacksonville. But for right now, our focus is get the beginning students, get them involved in some type of a weekly ensemble, right, while they are learning their instruments, and couple that together with private instruction, all right, and then continue to grow the organization with public performances.
That's awesome. Yeah, and so tonight here, I saw you playing your instrument, which
Right.
is?
Right. Well, my master's degree is in clarinet performance,
Awesome.
but I'm a doubler on saxophone as well. So I play the whole gambit of everything from classical to ragtime, swing, jazz.
Yeah, your ragtime number there with the other musicians was awesome. It was very good.
Thank you. Well, we have a lot of fun playing, and that the Old City Clarinets are a great example of what music means throughout one's lifetime. I mean, our players, I was the young person there, and I'm in my early 60s, so some of the older folks that were playing, they were in their mid to late 70s.
Right,
So
right.
who says you can't be efficient, effective as a musician well into your seniors? And it's good brain food.
Yeah, yeah. And St. Augustine has a great tradition of lots of musicians
Yes,
from all over.
absolutely does. There's a lot going on in this community, and I'm enjoying. I think I've found kind of a niche now, a playing niche, and you know, I continue to make the rounds in different ensembles and meet different musicians and teachers. I hope to grow our network, right, with contacts that way, and thus meet their students, their very young to intermediate students who are looking for that playing ensemble. Here we are with the youth orchestra, and we're available.
That's great. And ProArte was very impressive, that young group that played.
Oh,
and right now, who's playing? You have a big band playing here.
Right, that's Mitch Colsair leading a group called the Lighthouse Little Big Band.
I can hear the music right to the wall. Yeah,
right.
That's great.
If we didn't have sponsors and others, folks in the community interested in doing this, it just wouldn't go anywhere.
Right.
Now we just need to keep working on getting that word out there through our school systems, homeschool groups, parochial schools, as well as the public schools, that we're here, we're available, come join us.
Well, thank you very much.
Well, I appreciate the time. All right, it's a pleasure talking with you.
FirstCoast.tv is glad that we came, and there's quite a bit of people out there supporting you guys, and that big band sounds really good, right?
All right, thanks so much.
You're welcome.